We got a little bit of everything. Water crossing, snow, and that kind of stuff. Snow. Silent falls.
I'm ready to get off this frickin' road now. I'm ready to get off the frickin' road.
That was a hard hit there, too.
Last night, we stayed in this small free campground neatly tucked inside Gila National Forest. While it was a great free campsite, at the end of a long journey partway down our 57-mile one-lane adventure, I was immediately worried about damaging our camper getting out of here.
Yeah, if you can just try to get as much to the right as possible, you're still going to hit, but you do like to hit the trees, don't you? That's a hard hit. That's a hard hit. Just keep on going, though. There's nothing you can do. You're already past the point of no return. Yep, you're doing well with threading the needle. Yep, you'll make it. Yep, you're golden.
Oh, it is so cold. When's it gonna get warm?
We were feeling pretty good last night since we were able to get through the majority of the switchbacks and thought that after a short while, we'd be heading to the Cliff Dwellings. We had no idea that this was going to be the most difficult trail we've ever been on, and the most expensive.
You came to fight, but you'll be running for your life. We don't take prisoners, we don't take names. God is my witness, we'll take you to the brink. This is our kingdom. This is our kingdom. This is our kingdom. This is our blood in the water. Just getting started.
You are on ice. I'm like, just, you know to do what you need to do.
No, I was worried about that tree. Worried about this tree too.
You know what? We're gonna hit it. It's dead, so don't worry about it. We'll definitely have to do a roof inspection after this. You're done with the squigglies, babe.
The squigglies.
Yay! Wow, that was...
Butt puckering at that.
Yeah, there was a little... Oh, look at that. So you could rest after, like, going through that harrowing experience?
Jeep would have no problem there. But,
No.
you know, taking it in a phony earth mover.
This is our budget earth roamer.
Budget earth mover.
The biggest issue with earth roamers and our rig is the fact that we're really tall and we're really heavy. So you can't go off camber a ton, and you can't go through really muddy roads real easily without seriously rutting stuff.
You still have to go through slow. It's doable if you take your time.
Now I can finally say it because we're out of the major squigglies. Is my biggest worry was somebody coming the other way. There's so many places on there where it would have been darn near impossible to pass anybody. Now granted, we might still see somebody on this road, but it's not like a sheer cliff on one side.
I spoke way too soon.
Narrow rough road, we're committed to doing it.
Yeah, we are. Now, so which one do you pick? Two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?
It's standard four-wheel drive right now. This is the most technical this track's been.
Yeah, I would agree.
Good with the rough road thing, because
Yep.
it really is a rough road.
Airport, please.
Yep. You're right. There's quite a few water crossings.
Right. No, we're trying to get to the end of this road is what the goal is.
Yeah, we gotta get to the campground, right?
Right. Yeah, that's not going to be as hard.
What do you think? According to everybody online, it's a little rough.
My guess is it's not this level rough. I guess I was way too premature in my congratulatory comments.
Yep. Yeah, ruined it for us.
I did.
Made it through all the zigzags, but that was the easy part.
I'm going to get my steps in for today.
Yes, you will.
This has been certainly rough. Those are legit signs. But it's all icy, so we'll see.
We got a little bit of everything. Water crossing, snow, rocks, rough terrain,
Terrifying cliffs,
terrifying cliffs,
beautiful vistas, though.
beautiful vistas. We're in the valley. Trying to get out and see.
Nope, just go. Didn't want you to stop.
I'm not trying to stop. Just slow. So I don't fall.
We took a little bit of that tree with us, but that's okay.
Yeah, let's hope it didn't take any of the camping with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
'Cause it's moving.
Oh, this is going to be fun. There was a lot of crunching involved.
Oh, I actually got traction. Should have lifted the 4-wheel. I've never seen that before. You know what? Oh, let me shift it into neutral. Let's do the crawl. I know I will.
Ooh, this is
My rear wheels are pushing me.
I'm ready to get off this frickin' road now. I'm ready to get off the frickin' road. Why? This is
Oh,
insane.
it's 57 miles. You knew it's going to take this long.
Oh, I didn't know we were gonna have to do major ice crossings.
I'm going to check my camper.
Okay.
We're on some pretty gnarly shit, so let's just check everything over.
We took some of the tree with us. No, we're right. I mean, it looks good. There were several that we hit hard, so we have to do a
We could have
A
probably
roof
went
inspection.
hold it down. I was going to figure out how to get that big ass branch off the roof.
I'll bet you if you stop fast, it probably will come off.
Nope.
Now slam on the brakes. Now, here.
Oh, you're right. Let's see if it did. Yeah, it worked.
Woohoo! Finally made it to the end of 150.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! That feels good. It feels really good.
There's pavement.
Yay! Oh. It's a beautiful day to have pavement.
The road heading into the Cliff Dwellings is a long, beautiful, and windy road. But I think we've had enough windy, epic roads for one day. Yeah, it's still up there. But that's okay, because we're at the Gila Visitor Center. We're going to learn some stuff today.
Can learn something.
Like pronouncing it Gila and not Gila. Once you're done with the visitor center, it's a short drive to the hike to the Cliff Dwellings. Tucked deep in the rugged mountains of southern New Mexico, the Gila Cliff Dwellings feel like stepping into a time machine.
Kind of neat, huh?
Yeah. It's a lot of silk.
Yeah. I was wondering if that would have been like their hearth.
No, it'd be back there because of the slack back here. When the wind blows, it sucks it out the door. Down there, it's really black.
Built high into natural caves by the Mogollon people over 700 years ago, these stone homes are a reminder of the haunting mystery of a community that vanished as quickly as it arrived.
Chiseled up to make it.
Oh, cool.
Historians estimate between 10 and 15 families built this stone village, but even now, we don't know why they left just after 20 to 25 years.
You know, a pretty sweet view at night. It's neat that they have this ladder to go down so you can kind of envision what it might be like living here, having to do this all the time. You can see a whole bunch of writing there. They had a bigger house than we do.
Yeah, really. Well, having to crawl up there every day. I'm sure these stairs weren't there.
Yeah, I have a feeling they might be just slightly more fit than we are.
Well, yeah.
Just a little bit. And there's our home,
Here.
slightly smaller than a cave.
Well, if you put all the black things up, it gets dark like a cave.
It does. Well, the hike to the Cliff Dwellings, it's not hard, but it's also not easy. So if you don't do a lot of trails, just take your time. You'll be fine.
They had benches there and stuff, so on the trail. So
Yeah. So you can make it. Just bring some extra water.
I would bring one. Well, we had some casualty from our adventures down the road, and I was going to make breakfast and discovered that one of our hatches over the kitchen here is broken.
That's more than just broken. It is shattered.
It is pretty well.
Do we want to do that while we're eating? Because we've got food.
Well, I'm going to turn it on. So.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
We hit a tree in the forest and coming down the trail. Obviously, we got a little bit of issues. Well, a big branch took out the top of my vent, and it also pushed in my cotton top. As you can see, it got pushed in, so it doesn't look cracked. So, I also unplugged one of our solar panels. I already plugged that in. And this is the creme de la creme of problems. Took out the whole corner of that. So, all I'm going to do is try to make a temporary fix until we can find a new vent. I'm going to use some awning tape. This stuff seems pretty robust. Yeah, here's my tape job. And that did good. But, you know what? It'll work for at least a week because that's how long it's going to take for us to get it. Enough to keep it down. Doesn't have to be pretty, just functional, right? So for my next act, I'm going to take that cover off. A little more damage than I expected. Fortunately, I think you can get these covers right now. I'm going to use my tape. I think the only way I'm going to fix that is to heat it up. And I don't have an appropriate heating device now, so we're going to just leave it the way it is right now. Alright, so I'm going to put a piece of Eternabond tape. I put some self-leveling stuff underneath there. Whoa. Playing teeter-totter. Well, that's, I think, the end for Gary's adventures. Up here on the roof after, it's going to be an expensive trip down that road. But you know what? It was fun. Nothing you could do about some of this stuff. It's part of the adventure. So, yeah, we just make it work.
So we're still in the Gila Mountains. And Gila. I said it right. And Gary's barefoot. This is crazy. We're staying at Gila Hot Springs. This is the no frills version. So dry camping, definitely our vibe. You've got a picnic table, you have a little place that you can have a fire. There's maybe 10 or 12 campsites, not a ton, but you can kind of see you've got a good amount of space in between each campsite, and you can listen to the water. It's a beautiful area. So, Gare, the big question is, you said you didn't like hot springs, but I just took you for 2 nights at a hot spring. What are you thinking?
It's okay.
It's okay. Now, this location does allow day use as well as overnight use. As of right now, it's $12 per person per night if you want to stay camping, and that includes use of the pools. Plus, you can go any time of the night. Just be aware that if you go during the nighttime, there may be clothing options. So, really nice little pools. You can also get hot and cold water here. After our trip to get here, Gary had to do some work on the roof. So not exactly a relaxing vacation day the whole time, but it looks good.
Yeah, it's got a dimple on the air conditioner.
Well, it's about that time again. Thanks for stopping by. You're awesome. If you have a spare moment, hit that like, subscribe, and notification thing. And there's even some new hype button. Press that too. All the cool kids are doing it. And it really helps small channels like us grow. We hope to see you next week as we finally get to the Quartzsite Truck Camper Rally. Until then, leave every place you visit a little better, and we'll see you on the next trail.